one of Apollo Kibuloy's lawyers, also a lawyer to other high-profile, shall we say, personalities, Attorney Ferdinand Topacio. Good evening, Attorney Topacio. Thanks for coming all the way.
Yes, it's always a pleasure.
What's the priority on your plate?
What do you mean?
Given
Oh,
everything
divide your time.
all clients with equal importance, of course.
Well, I mean, because I was reading the story of, coming off the news about Apollo Kibuloy, let's talk about him first. Do you understand why his transfer to regular jail was delayed?
Well, I understand from information given to me by other counsels that there seems to be some conflict of jurisdiction, but I'm sure that will be sorted out. It's a procedural matter, and it shouldn't really impact on the overall scheme of having him face trial and belie the accusations against him.
Have you spoken to him?
Well,
Since he was captured?
not lately, but we are a team, so we exchange information. We deem that there should be one person who to take point because of the saying that too many cooks spoil the broth. So after things have settled and we buckle down to trial, and that's when we will have a division of labor.
So Attorney Israelito Torion is the lead counsel. just to
Yes, and
clear
I've
that
been
up.
referring a lot of my media man friends to him for interview because he would be more knowledgeable
Right.
since he is the boot on the ground.
Right,
so to
we've
speak.
spoken to him a few times. Did you
Yes,
know
yes.
that Kibuloy was about to surrender?
Yes, that is why we decry the attempts to spin this into some sort of arrest within the compound. But, well, that is water under the bridge. A lot of things have been said about that, and I think the public will know what really is true.
We know who to chase.
Well, you should chase Bobet because he has more facts. I've been counsel to Pastor Kibuloy personally. But, these are criminal cases that need attention, and Bobet is from Davao, so he's been there since day one, from the siege of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ until the surrender of Pastor Kibuloy.
You said your personal counsel to the pastor. What led him to surrender to ISAF?
Well, that I would have to come within the bounds of a lawyer-client privilege, but suffice it to say that, well, they've always wanted him to surrender. Now he has surrendered, so let's get the ball rolling, so to speak, with respect to the cases against him.
Yeah, because in April, he said he wouldn't be caught alive. In fact, he said the Marcos administration is conspiring with the U.S. to have him assassinated. And sabi niya, and I quote, barilin niyo na lang ako. So,
Well,
so
that-
this is a complete 180 from that. What made him change his mind?
Well, that is precisely the reason why he surrendered to the intelligence service of the armed forces of the Philippines. What I can reveal in public is that it was a matter of trust. As I said, all the others will have to be kept under the cloak of confidentiality. That is my bounden duty as a
Your
lawyer.
camp has requested for military custody, but the Department of National Defense has refused the motion to transfer custody to the military. What can you say about that?
Well, they have the reasons. We will always respect the process now that we are here. And our priority now is to prepare for his defense.
Okay, and how is that going? I imagine as his attorney, that's what's concerning most of your time. What can you tell us, Attorney Topacio, about the plan, the legal plan?
Well, the plan is that we believe, in our humble opinion, of course, that the government has a weak case. That is why it was dismissed in the first instance. And, well, of course, I cannot talk about the merits of the case. The cases are in court. It would be unethical and improper for me to be talking about the merits. But suffice it to state that we will be giving the pastor the best defense within our abilities as lawyers to give him.
Can you tell us a little bit about jurisdiction? Because the latest is that he will be sent to the new Quezon City jail in Payatas. Is that final? Because I believe that the case in Quezon City is bailable.
Yes, there are...
And it is in Pasig that's non-bailable. So how does that work?
Well, of course, when you file for bail, it will be with the court that has jurisdiction. We must remember that these are extraordinary circumstances because usually venue in a criminal case is jurisdictional. The venue of a criminal case is where the crime was supposedly committed. However, in this case, the Supreme Court saw it proper to transfer the cases from Davao to several courts in Manila. So that's how it works. This is a case of an extraordinary procedural move, which the Supreme Court.
So you will be
thought
filing
proper.
bail in the Quezon City
and
Court?
Of course. Actually, I want to disabuse the minds of the people that there are bailable and non-bailable cases. All cases are bailable. It's just that when the penalty, the potential penalty for a case is less than reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, bail is a matter of right. If it is reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, you may still file for bail, but it becomes a matter of discretion. So, the term non-bailable is misleading, to say the least.
Attorney Topacio, so just to clarify and simplify everything,
Yes.
basically, this is an extraordinary case. The cases from Davao have been transferred to different courts here in Metro Manila, and that's why we're having some trouble trying to figure out. So that means this is not normal. So do they have to deliberate on the rules?
Well, I wouldn't call it trouble because, this is not the first time that it has happened. There was this famous case of People versus Gutierrez that is a landmark case in this country wherein the venue was transferred from Ilocos Sur to Manila. So there have been some cases that have
Okay,
been
let's
precedents.
talk about extradition. Attorney Torion told our news channel that the pastor is ready to face extradition charges. The DOJ also said that they expect the U.S. to request his extradition very soon. Where do you stand on that?
Well, of course, extradition is a process. Since we have a mutual extradition treaty with the United States, the process is that upon receipt of a request for extradition, the DFA validates if the case is extraditable. Because when you have a treaty of extradition, there is a list of cases that will require extradition. Once the DFA certifies that this is an extraditable offense, it endorses the matter to the Department of Justice because it is the Prosecutor General or whoever the Secretary of Justice appoints who will initiate extradition proceedings in court. An extradition proceeding is just like a trial.
Right. The DOJ already explained that to us, the process. But the point is, what is your game plan then, once the U.S. requests for his extradition?
Well, we will then fight extradition, of course, because at the basic
Akala ko ba
principle...
he's ready to face
No,
extradition
because,
charges?
wait, let me just interject. There is a
No.
lot of people saying, attorney, that kailangan daw muna matapos yung mga kaso sa Pilipinas. Since meron siyang kaso dito, like you said, they're already in the courts. Can you clarify for us if that is true? Because some people are saying, even some lawyers, and we do know that it is open to interpretation, like some aspects of the law, right? Dapat ba tapusin muna yung mga kaso sa Pilipinas bago siya ma-extradite? Or pwede nang simulan yung extradition process habang tinatapos yung mga kaso dito? How does that all play out?
Well, let me just clarify that when he said he's ready to face extradition, it doesn't mean he's willing to be extradited. He will appear and fight extradition. We will be appearing in the extradition process and protecting the rights of our client. Now, the general rule really is that even if the offense is extraditable, the primary jurisdiction, of course, belongs to the local courts, especially if you're a Filipino citizen, because that takes priority. Because it is any extradition is a derogation of sovereignty. You must understand. So it's like giving up your citizen to another jurisdiction for criminal interdiction. So that is why that is another point with respect to saying that extradition should not take place, at
Okay.
least not at this point.
Okay.